Hey guys, Triple MRNO here with another war recap video. Now in this war, I'm going to be showing you guys the war between Sword of Fate and PARAHIANGAN. I think that's what they're called. It's a very unusual name. This clan is based on. Never mind, I don't know where that is. But I think it's somewhere in Asia somewhere. I got this sword from a lady in Global. Her name is Fallen Angel. I think it looks pretty sweet. I don't know what you guys think. Obviously, I had to redesign everything. She had an actual base, but I just kept the wall designs and then uh, made my adjustments to my walls. But anyways, without further ado, let's get into the war recap. Now this is a perfect war. The number one is by me. I'll get to that in a second. Let's look at number two. Now number two, this is a base that you will see in war one time or another. Like this base pops up like every 2-3 wars when we are warring. It's one of these base that you get like so tired of seeing it, like God, someone just stop. Stop making this base. But somebody's gonna have it. Ares is obviously, he became a master at attacking this base. He used two electro dragons to make the funnel, then sent his siege. The enemy queen walked in, confronted his queen. They took care of that, and his queen with her ability open. She's gonna take care of the town hall. Nice. Warden's ability to get the Valks, the king, and everything in a nice Warden's ability. And he has a jump to get the CC and few other defenses, those air defenses, to make a funnel. Now the way you should deploy on this base is just slowly, you just want to make a funnel. That way the hogs, they stay inside the base as much as possible, because as they're walking out you can't heal them all in a nice heal. But Ares does a nice job of those heals. There is a very mishap right here. I was afraid that most of his hogs might die, but the eagle went down and it didn't target the hogs as much as it would, luckily it didn't target, so that's a good thing. As it goes on, he has one more heal left. He has his wizards cleaning up as usual. One more heal, and that's it. Only has 4 defenses left, 3 defenses left. The Inferno Tower is gonna go down through those hogs, and the rest of it is just clean up. The reason why this base, a lot of people fails on this base too, just because of the way it is set up. You have to go so much through. As you can see, he didn't have that many hogs left at the end of the raid. This is a tough base, but it just kind of, you see it so many times, you just get so much, I don't know, hated for it. Anyways, this is his second attack. He 6-packed this war. So this is his second attack. He saw this base. He's like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get the queen, get the town hall. He used 2 electro dragons to make a funnel so he can enter through 9 o'clock. His queen he just dropped, not his king, just the queen, to clear out some of the outside buildings, and then now the warden and the king follows. As they're going through, the queen engages, poison on the CC, and he's gonna drop a rage very soon. I think he's gonna drop. He waited for the town hall. There is the rage. The Valks comes out. They just wreck the whole place, whatever they can. The king is over there. He's waiting on that warden to go under the king's, to get to the king's range. He finally popped the king's ability and takes care of the town hall. There's like 3 bombs inside the core of that base, so that was a lot of bombs. But he takes care of that. He gets the king with his queen's ability, and as the hogs are coming in, they're grouped up nice together and they can be healed all at once. Just a few more hogs on the side to make sure the groups, they stay together. They go, together in the base, and they can be in a nice heal. The rest is just healing. As you see, the hogs are patting through and you just look at the hogs where they need to be healed, and you just heal them as they're going. It's not that difficult. I mean, it is hard, the heal placement of the hogs. It takes time. You have to heal in front of them, because the hogs, as soon as they're done attacking a defense, they're gonna go into the next defense. So you have to think about which defense they're gonna go in next, and you have to kind of heal in front of them, not directly on top of them. So this heal covered about 4 defenses, and it got him covered. There's one bomb tower left. Ideally you want to have a heal for that bomb tower, but since that was one of the last defense, he doesn't really need to, and the hogs just take care of the rest. His wizards, they had been cleaning up the base all throughout, and they're just gonna meet up and clean that up. Good job, Eris. Nice 6 packs in the war. Now right here, this is a Queen Walk Bow Witch with a pickup. He has bunch of baby dragons to make his funnel, because a lot of times what happens is that the witches and bowlers, they keep walking throughout the base and you don't have any control of them. So what he did, he brought, I think, 5 baby dragons, and he kept making funnels one after the another, making sure his queen, his troops, they're gonna go the way that he wanted, not where they decided they wanted to head out. So very nice value with that funnel with those baby dragons, and he's using his other P.E.K.K.A. right down there to make that funnel, and then he freezes the Inferno Tower. That way the siege can go in much deeper into the base. There was 4 giant bombs right in that section, so he got that with the siege, so that was nice value. And he just, as soon as you see all of that, you just drop your troops, all of it. Sometimes it is good to have all of your troops going in through the core, that way they can take out a lot of defenses without having that much of a trouble. Nice Warden's ability, that he got all of his troops, and so nothing died from that town hall bomb. And the rest of the base, it looks like it's rest of the base is a matter of just walking through the base and clearing everything. He has all of his troops alive on here, like down here, down at 6 o'clock. That means that these troops, they have way more than enough firepower, tanking power, to take care of rest of this 30% of the base. So very nice attack by Danny. He's just gonna drop a rage. He still has a freeze left. Just gonna fast forward a little, because the troops, they have to walk around the base and clean it up. So the king still full health, the queen full health, the warden full health. So this is a wrap. Very nice hit by Danny. I will now show the number 1 hit. I also hit number 5, but number 5 is more of new Town Hall 11. I mean, not Town Hall 12, rather than developed Town Hall 12. Anyways, number 1, this is a sweet attack. I was looking through and I saw that this base didn't have that many defenses up here from 10 o'clock going upwards to 12 o'clock. And as soon as I saw that, I'm like, I could just drop 1 golem, have the golem tank these defenses, and I could just send my queen behind that golem and take care of all of his defenses, and as well as make a funnel. I have another electro up top making that funnel, so the troops can go inside and get the town hall. Now the queen goes in. I had to drop my king up there. Notice that I'm not dropping my warden. I usually like to take my warden with my air squad. This is a Laloon. Mostly I like to call it a spam Laloon with only 1 hound. So the loons, the CC Valks, the king, they take care of the town hall, and they're just wrecking the base throughout. I think I got a very nice value with that golem, naked queen walk, and went throughout the base. Now the rest of this is why I call this spam Laloon, is because I just drop all of my balloons in a spam fashion and heal them, whichever group is taking most of the damage, depending on where they go, and just haste them through the base. You don't need rages on that many balloons. As long as they drop right there, and you're good. Now you can drop rages on concentrated defenses. That way they do splash damage too. The balloon does splash damage, and this was a very quick attack. As you can see, most of the defenses are down. I didn't see that troll Tesla at the corner, but my warden, level 30 warden, he just takes care of that. And that's all she wrote. Just clean up on the bottom. I have 2 haste that I swagged on this base, so which is always a good thing. And that's it. As I mentioned, number 5, it's kind of overpowered on that base. I don't want to show that one. Kobraki actually 99% on number 5. You know, he almost 3-starred it, so it sucks at 99%, but he did a really good job. This attack, this is what we call a proper Laloon. Kobraki is gonna actually do a proper Laloon, whereas mine is spam Laloon. So he has a Electro Dragon making that funnel, so his troops are gonna go in the way that he wants them to. As that Electro, it takes a little bit longer. He made that funnel over here. I think he just got good values from the Electro. He's a king, queen, and not the warden, but the king, queen, and the siege machine coming in through there. The Valks in CC, they just wrecked this whole entire compartment. This base is, as I showed it before, it's very common too that you'll see in war. The queen finally walks in, gets those baby dragon, the balloons, and now he's ready to start his Laloon person. He has warden on air, so they're following the balloons, the hounds. Now as he's going through the base, he's not dropping them all at once in one section. As the balloons taking out the base, he's just dropping more balloons, dropping more hounds, and hasting and raging his balloons in the other side to join them. And this is a very nice deployment. He has a healing the wizard tower, the inferno tower. Usually there are a lot of red bombs at the end, or the balloons took a lot of damage. So what you want to do is make sure they're healed back up into nice big health, you know, in full health. That way they can just go muscle through the rest of the base. Balloons have a lot of health, but once those red bombs hit them, they get splash damage, and that splash damage over time can make it so that any archer tower or Tesla or like a wizard tower can one-shot, two-shot them, and that's very detrimental. So you want to make sure you at least have a heal. That way the balloons are not gonna die at the end. And beautiful attack by Cobra. Very nice hit on this base. Alright, so that's a proper Laloon than the one that I did. I want to show you guys a Town Hall 10 versus 10. So this is a max Town Hall 10, and he's not max Town Hall 10 either, but his queen is 37, king 32. As you can see, this outline of a base you see very prominent in war, just because they're very tricky to hit. They're not the most difficult, but they're very tricky. That makes it one of the most difficult bases to hit, honestly, because you can't funnel through. It's very hard to funnel on this base. So Cobra, he's taking his time on this base to make that funnel as he wants it. Drops a wizard, drops the wrecker to go in and get the queen and the CC. Obviously he has Valks in his CC, so he's gonna rage them up as soon as they're about to pop. Poison on the CC. In that rage, the Valks, they will take out the witch, take out the queen, take out any skeleton traps, and the queen followed in and got the baby dragon, which is very nice. Now what he's gonna do is surgical deployment on hogs, and as the hogs are going throughout the base, their goal is to meet up in a section and he can heal them together. So he keeps doing the surgical deployment throughout the base, because this base, as if troops have to travel through, there are a lot of bombs outside of the base, not inside, they're outside of the base. As the as the troops are traveling outside to reach another defense. Two hogs right here, gets the double jive bomb, almost triple due to the bomb tower, and he has a poison for the skeleton traps. One more heal left, and he doesn't have that much of a base left, but he doesn't have that much of an hogs either, just because of the fact that he is a Town Hall 10 attacking another max Town Hall 10. It's very rare to see a Town Hall 10 starting other Town Hall 10. Springtrap just flies 3 of his hogs, and this Inferno Tower luckily didn't have that much of a health left, so he has one more Archer Tower and this Expo right here. Now luckily he has his Queen's ability, so as soon as he saw that, he popped her ability so that as soon as the hogs are in there in the range of that Expo, before the Expo can take care of his hogs, the Queen comes in and joins and takes care of that. The rest is cleanup as usual. He has his wizards follow outside because the hog attacks, you're gonna be pressed for time. You always want to make sure that you are dropping those wizards right from the beginning. So very nice hit there. One more attack that I want to show you guys is something that we had to have a lot of, well, we didn't have to have a lot of dips just because we took care of the top very early in the war. So a lot of our Town Hall 11s ended up going very low to get a couple of these bases because we got them up top already, and a couple of the lower bases were left, so they just went down and hit it. Let me see. No, there's this one base that I want to show you guys. One more attack. Where are you? Oh, okay, this one. So what do you do when you are a brand new Town Hall 10? Obviously you get your hogs to level 6 right away. After you do that, you pretty much have one of the strongest attack is available to Town Hall 10. Now this attack is very simple. You just have your max hogs. You don't have to max out your babies or wizards or anything yet as of yet. You don't need wall breakers no more because of the wall wrecker. You get the wall wrecker at Town Hall 10, so you don't need the wall breakers anymore. Send in your heroes. Take out the level 40 queen right here. This is at Town Hall 9.5, but it has a lot of defenses that are upgraded, so at Town Hall 9 sometimes might not be able to completely get the base. But he sends in his CC troops, the Valks. They take care of the queen. They're working on the king, but the damage is down on the base. Now he has a lot of hogs coming in throughout the base, and he's just gonna heal them as they're going through. Level 6 hogs, they are pretty strong for against the Town Hall 10. Now all you have to do after you drop them is you have to make sure you're just healing them as they're going into the next defenses, and you want to make sure you cover as many hogs as you can as they're going throughout the base. Now this is an overkill in Ace's part. He has a lot of hogs left, and there is one more defense and the king left, and as soon as that is done, I don't know, maybe about 20 hogs left on that attack, and he's just gonna clean that up very easily. I know this is a long video. This was a perfect war. I wanted to show a lot of bases, that way you guys get a lot more coverage on the base. Thank you for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe the channel. Here you go.